Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Elden Ring. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 2. Playing a Crusader. A Paladin type. I think we have enough to level up. We do. I'm going to stab another point into strength. I want to be able to use that great sword without any penalties. I think it said it takes 16 is what it needs. Yeah, it's 16 strength to do it without any penalty. And we can still use it because we can two-hand it. That's not a problem. And since I need to start getting used to using it instead of a sword and shield, and I also suck with the shield, we're going to go in here and we're going to fight a lot of dogs, a lot of wolves. So actually, why don't we just start this right now? Because it's kind of heavy. It's going to require that we fight with both hands. We're going to go kill this guy on the way over here, and then we're going to go into the cave. Which is right over there. Oh, but one thing. Let me check one thing. Right, so something that's really handy to have is a torch. Especially when you're going in a dark cave, so we're going to grab one. And hopefully I can equip this torch without going over. Yep, I'm medium load, so that's good. Okay, because we're going to want that. Let's go back. Get back on Torrent. And go over to the cave. It's just a nice thing to have. Later on, you can get a lantern that you can put on your waist and turn on or off. Which is extra handy. So, I'm going to do this. Two-handed. Sneak up. Right, now we'll go. I don't even know if we'll use this torch or not, but I know it's useful to have. So, on every single one of these little dungeons, caves come in two forms, basically. I mean, these little dungeons come in two forms. They're either a cave or a small crypt, and there's a small crypt right next to this one that we'll go into. And they all have a site of grace at the start, so it's a good landmark for you. This is the difficulty, is getting these guys. I don't have anything to throw at them, which is a shame. And if I drop down there, yeah, so that's what I need, is for this guy to come up here and get excited. Come here, dude. One dog at a time. Bye, puppy. Get up here. He's like, man, that guy kind of hits hard. Dang it. Alright. Now, does that take care of all the dogs? I think it might. No, there's one. There's going to be one down there. Yeah, there's some down there. Okay. Let's see what's in here. A cracked pot. It's one of the starting items in the game that you can start with. How many wolves are down here? There's one right there. That double move is killing me. Yeah, so you can guard when you got a two-handed sword like this. You can guard it like a shield, which is kind of useful. Remember, though, of course, as enemies whack at you, it drains your stamina. So this is going to be a little bit problematic, because I only have one potion left. And I need my spirit summons. So the first boss, probably going to get our butts kicked here. We're going to summon as soon as we get in there. And then we're going to hope that we can get a few smart swings in. Ding-a-ling-ding. There we go. Alright. Now we made him mad, so he's going to come after us. But the dogs are going to keep him pretty well occupied. Got a couple of good hits in there. Now he's gonna get really ferocious. He wants to come after me, but the dogs keep getting his attention, which is great. And we got a backstab. That's really nice. And now he's really mad at me. But again, here come the dogs. If we can get up here. Oh, and you heard that noise, thunk. That's when you break his guard and he's open for a riposte. A riposte. So yeah. First try, no deaths there. That's nice. There's no other loot in here. We do get that talisman though. So this is not a talisman you're going to use a lot. It boosts fire negation. There's a few times in the game when that comes in pretty useful. And what's nice is you can just return straight to the entrance. So every dungeon is like this. You clear it out and you get to the bottom and you beat the boss and there's a little glowy thing that takes you back to the start. So that's really useful. And actually, I'm going to stab this guy again. He's just having a bad day. Alright. So let's go do the second boss. The crypt is right next door to this. I'm just going to go down here and replenish. I'm going to show you something else we're doing too. So flasks, add a charge to the flask. Use 1 golden seed. I should have done that from the beginning. That's my starting item, and I didn't use it right off the bat. You can allocate charges. So I only need 1 of these things right now to summon my wolves, and then I'm not using the spells. I need a little bit for the weapon art if I'm going to use the weapon art. I'd like to get better at using it, so right now I'm going to leave it the way it is. And then I'm going to level up, put another point in strength, and we'll be able to start one-handing that weapon. Actually, you know what? We're going to just keep two-handing it for right now. Let's put some points in vigor. We need some more hit points. The first soft cap for vigor, I believe, is 40. And I'd like to get there sooner rather than later. So, let's see. There's this pond here. Drop down. Oh, I was really hoping that guy was going to be close enough. These guys will poison you, but they're no harm guys. Actually, what we should do is we should go fight the troll, shouldn't we? Okay, so here is getting close to the entrance, I think, of the crypt. It's over here somewhere. These guys are like, don't hurt me. Oh, and he dropped something. He dropped a ruined fragment. Oh, I got in his fire. I didn't want to do that. Darn it. Okay, so where is that crypt at? Must be further this way. Eagles. There it is. It's right there. All right. And so I should probably explain this too. Again, assuming everybody on my channel doesn't really know much about this. You see the sword has, and over here it says attribute scaling. Strength, dex, D, D. These are grades. So the higher, the better. A, B, C, D, E. Except for S scaling is the best. And so what that means is every time you put a point into strength or dex, it's going to add to its overall damage. And you can see its attack power, physical. Later on, if you want to add ashes to war on this that do magic damage or frost damage or fire damage, it'll also do those. So it says magic, fire, lightning, holy. We're going for holy as a faith build, but every now and then we might have something that does fire. We're coming into a catacombs. And I'm thinking before I want to do this, I do want to try killing the troll. Because the troll is worth a lot of runes. Now, he can very easily kill me in like one hit. So it may be completely unwise to try this, but he's worth about 1,000 runes, which would very quickly level me up. I don't know if I can get to him from this direction, though. Oh, yeah, I can. These guys. If you can do this. There's some neat moves in this game. So, the troll is down here. Oh, and there's also an Ash of War down here that we can get before we go do this other thing. So here he is. I should probably just heal now. And I want to fight him up here. But really we should be able to get our runes wherever we're at. Okay, he's going to... Oh, no, we got his attention. Yep, and there's the foot stomp. Gotta be aware of that. Okay. Considering how quickly he can kill me. Yeah, you gotta be aware. I can get to his leg there. Jump up. Slam down. Slam down, buddy. He'll pull out his sword in a second. There he goes. Oh. And I thought I was going to get missed. Oh, I was trying to get dodged out of the way there. Oh, that sucks. I was really hoping I could get away with that. Alright, well, we're close. There he goes. He goes down. Alright, first try. First try, no deaths. Used up all my potions, but I got a couple back. Yeah, so there's an Ash of War down here I want to check out. I'm pretty sure this is an Ash of War. You can see we can summon our dogs here. These things on the beach, big, huge, what they call land octopuses, they're a little freaky. They're actually really easy to kill, though, if you know what you're doing. But see this thing? It's making a trail. You gotta get on its trail. Oh, and if you get lucky, like that, that's what you have to do, is get on its trail and hit it. So, and then you can get that Ash of War. And then over here, I can't remember if there's anything over here, but I see a fire. Who's this guy? Oh. Yeah, he's angry now. Oh, nice move. Oh, he's got long reach. Okay. Oh, well, I did like that. That worked out really well. That was unexpected. I wasn't thinking that was going to work. That was nice. Oh, and you can grab these butterflies too, but he was just over here on the beach minding his own business. Actually, we don't need to stop there. What we're going to do is... Oh, I should have grabbed the... Oh, I did. Stormfront Catacombs. That's what I want. Okay. Always grab those, because then you can move back to your original plan really easily. Okay. What we're going to do, besides leveling up... Actually, I think I am going to poke some more points in the strength, because I do want to kill things faster. I want to do more damage. So, there's that. And then there's the Ashes of War. So you can go in here, the Lord Sorin's Greatsword. Right now it does Stamp Uppercut. And we've got these two other ones. Storm Stomp. And then this other one, Stamp Sweep. I kind of like the Uppercut, but if you do this, you can do... you do different kinds of affinity. So see how the standard scaling is D to D, and it's telling you with the arrows that nothing changes. It's still D to D. If you go heavy, the scaling for your strength changes. It's more strength based, and the dex stays at a D. And that will mean we'll get more damage out of it. You could see that the base damage goes down from 136 to 124, but the scaling goes up from 25 to 37. And now for the people who are really quick at math, you're going to see that the total damage is still 161 to 161. But the thing is, as you get further into the game and you keep poking points into whatever your primary attribute is, like strength or dex, whichever you want to use. In our case, it's going to be faith later on. But the scaling gets to be worth it as opposed to just doing the standard. I only want to see what the Ash of War is like. So I'm going to come up here and just try it out real quick. Oh, that's fancy. That's pretty nice. I do like the stamp uppercut though. It's been kind of impressive. I think that sweeping one might come in more useful for the enemy we're about to fight, but I'm gonna put the other one back on there. So Storm Stamp Sweep. I want that. I want to take this off, undo enchantment, and that leaves it with its default enchantment, which is the upward cut. Alright, let's go in here. Let's do a crypt. So the first crypt you come to, and those guys suck. Yep, and they do bleed damage like that. And I don't like them because they jump out of the darkness at you. Ah. No. Yeah, and then I'm dead. Okay. So it's a little different. I'm used to being a sorcerer where I can just aim at him with a spell and shoot him from a long way away. I know that guy on the left is there, but it can be hard to get a lock on him. So we're going to try to lock him. We're going to just try to go around the corner here and lock this guy. I see we can't. And he just comes out there and blood losses you. Oh, and then we die anyway. Okay. So, when I was in episode 1 talking about death as part of the game, it's not just mechanically a part of the game. It's part of the learning process of trying to figure out, alright, I have these tools. How do I defeat this problem? And in this case, the problem is I don't have spells, which I'm used to having. I need to get in here, get my runes, and get out. And avoid him. Okay, so we got him, and that guy's in there now. And he's dead. Alright, so we avoided the first guy, killed him. Avoided that guy, killed him. Now we get to go down to the second part of the problem. Who's next? Okay, so these doors, when you see these doors like this, this is a boss. It won't be able to open. It's locked by a contraption further down in the dungeon that you have to unlock. Grave Gloveworts are used to upgrade your spirit summons. Alright, so there's going to be another one of these bleeders in here somewhere. There's one up on that wall there. This is going to be a problem. I am not sure. Yeah, I don't have anything to aim at these guys. I think the smart decision here is going to be to not continue with this until I have something to either shoot them with to draw their attention or a spell. So in that case, we're going to boogie out of here. Now you can't teleport directly out of here. You see the red cross through them? You can't do that. So until I can come up with, until I have the tools for the job really, because the way that they can attack you so quickly and make you bleed, it's not a wise idea to go after this guys. But there are other dungeons. Oh, so we're gonna go find someone. All right, here, buddy. Eat that. So there's a dungeon down by the ocean that we can do. I think we can do. While I kind of get used to. Yeah, I want to figure out how to hit those guys without taking the fire damage. I'm not a great sword user. I haven't been in the game so far. So this is a very big learning curve for me right now, learning how to use this weapon versus what I've normally been using. So we're going to ride down on the beach and find this other dungeon and possibly kill a troll again. Because he is worth 1,000 points. And maybe I'll get better. You can see that the spirit summon, the little graveyard sign is up. You can summon spirits to help you against that tree guy on the horse. Like he's called like a Erd Tree Guardian or whatever. Of course, he hits super hard. Like at this level, he'll one-shot you easy. And in fact, probably for the next 40 levels, he'll one-shot you easy. But since we're going to pass through this way, let's just do this bad boy again and try not to get wasted so much. Yep, he's going to jump up. Oh, I thought I'd hit him in the face there. Hey there, Stompy. Probably could have got a third hit in there, but I'm trying to be safe. Oh, couldn't quite get out of the way of that. It's all timing, you know, and you're trying to... That didn't do a ton of damage. 229. Okay, here comes the sword. Oh, I thought I timed that better. Ah, I got greedy. 90% of the time you get hit, or at least 90% of the time I get hit, it's because I made a mistake. Hit him. Finish him off. First time I played this game, I wanted to kill that guy so bad, and it must have taken me 30 tries, and I think I just gave up and was like, I'll come back when I'm stronger. But now, here it is. It's the beginning of the game, and we can just go get him. Which I'm telling you guys, this is why I'm saying this, because nobody has worse brain finger dexterity than me. My fingers frequently just don't do what I want them to do, which is why it makes playing games like this really hard. But if I can learn how to play this game, then anybody can. Oh, I'm missing. That's too bad. You can do a lot of this, just running around on the horse and killing people. But then you run the risk of this happening. Yeah, and they killed my horse. And I'm trying to get up off the ground here. Get up off the ground. If you get caught like that. Okay, you. And then you can't get your horse back until you're basically done with these guys. Alright, buddy. So you can see they refilled my potions, thankfully. Because I killed a whole group of them. Now we get our horse back. So over here is another vendor. And if I'm not mistaken, he says something that you want to buy, but I can't remember what it is. And I may not be able to remember until later.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
I don't want any trouble. Alright, he's got a broadsword. Oh, so here's what I'm talking about in the crafting cookbook. if you get the crafting cookbooks, you can make these neutralizing boluses, staunching boluses, stimulating boluses. These all help alleviate certain things that are brutal. You can get a bow from him and some arrows, which we could use then to pull those critters. You can find bows. I've had a hard time finding them though, so I don't really want to spend 600 runes on that. And then there's a cookbook. These are going to be the things that you want to do, but I want to do a little more research, and because I have a hard time remembering. There's only a few cookbooks I actually want, and they're the ones that grant these. In fact, I'm going to look this up right now and see which one this is. This is the Armors Cookbook 2. This cookbook actually has the neutralizing boluses in it. These ones, which are good against poison, so I want this, so I'm just going to buy it now, so I don't have to do it later. Alright, somewhere along this shore, and I may have already passed it, is a cave, and I think I already went past it. I think it was where those crazy monkey things were, but I wanted to show a couple more enemies over here, and I also wanted to show this is a really neat thing. So these guys are undead, and undead in this game, you want that pickled foulfoot. I'll explain that in a minute. And there's these things on the ground. They move really slow, but then they get spikies that come out and get you. Spirit spring jumping will get you up into places. But what I really wanted to talk about was these bosses. And not doing it like that. So he'll go on the ground, and then he turns. You can see he's glowing. If you don't kill that glow before he gets back up, he'll resurrect. And these things suck, these pokey things. And the one is shooting at me with arrows. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. I don't want to spend all day fighting them. But what's interesting, and part of the reason I wanted to play a faith build this time, is because you can get weapons that have a weapon art on them, basically sacred type of damage, that causes those guys to stay dead the first time you kill them. And that was really appealing to me. Even though you don't run into that a lot in the game, it was just one more mark in the column for you should play a faith-based build. There it is. Because I've already played the whole sorcerer one twice. Sorcerer and dex build, katanas and sorcery, very powerful, very awesome, very much fun. I love the bleed effect. I love the damage it does, but okay, we'll see if... Oh yes, it's quite dark. Quite dark, and here we go, our first little monkey. Bye-bye. He's dead. So, we go find the rest of them. Okay, here we go. You can see how much less damage we do because of that. See, because we're taking the penalty from trying to swing that thing one-handed. I mean, it's significant. Whereas we went to two-handed and we just roasted those guys. Alright, this is... There's more guys down here. But thankfully, he's just kind of... Kill him. Get out of the way of that one. There we go. Alright, this other one, I think, is just kind of sleepy. Okay. The one on the left is the one we want to backstab this thing. Yeah. Okay. That's rocking and rolling. Now we're gonna have to fight. Here we go. We're going to have to fight Mr. Yeah, touch the gold summon sign. So you can summon someone here. Every now and then, there's someone that you can summon. Old Knight Istvan. So you want to do this. We're about to enter a boss region. So in addition to summoning him, we're going to summon our wolfies, which would be really nice. So come in here, summon them, and then we got to get these guys' attention, and there's 2 of them. And that's... There we go. Get over here. There we go. Demi-human chief. So you can see... Okay, so there's just a bunch of monkeys. But it's the demi-human chief we gotta watch out for. I'm gonna try to kill his ad here. There we go. That guy's out of the way, and then I gotta make sure he doesn't eat me, because there's 2 of them. Yeah, that's the way I remember. Yeah, because there's 2 bars. Durr. Yeah. Dogs, keep doing your jobs. Make sure that I don't die here. Dodge at the right time, that's the whole key. It's a frantic pace here. Alright, I'm out of stamina. Out of stamina, back up. Oh, that's what I wanted. Ah, broke his guard. Hello. Goodbye. Awesome. Okay. So that cave's done. And I'm not sure what else is back here. Oh, I'm going to have to sneeze. Hold on. Thank goodness for the ability to pause the video. So I think this takes us up, even though there's a little glowy there, glowing line that'll take you back to the top. Yeah, this is... Oh. There we go. Where's the other guy? Right there. Yeah, come down here, boys. Dang it. Okay. I don't like not being able to see. I need to go get the... I need to go get the one that I can wear on my waist. I can't remember where you get that from, though. I'm going to have to go do a little research. Actually, let's just look it up real quick. So it can be purchased from a merchant on the Weeping Peninsula, which is actually way down here. It's further south of this bridge right there. So we got to make it through the game a little further. And I'm out of flasks. Unfortunately, we're coming out into the world. So here we are. Alright, and where are we right now? Where is this on the map? Oh, we're on this island, right. That's right. Okay, this is really cool. This is another reason that I've wanted to play a faith build. Actually, I think this is the right island. I think this is the Dragon Island. Let's go find out. Yep, lost sight of grace. Okay, so we should be able to start one-handing this thing without a penalty. If we do this, we're going to level up and add a point in his strength, and that's done. So now you can see if I do this and I pull out the torch, we no longer have a red X on our sword icon in the bottom left-hand corner because we don't take a penalty anymore. This is what's cool, though. The Church of Dragon Communion. So, Ritual of the Dragon Communion. Every time you kill a dragon in this game, you get a dragon heart, and you can turn them in for these things, for these spells. And you can see that they have a faith and arcane requirement. Now, I'm not going to put any points into arcane, but you can get a talisman that'll increase your arcane, which basically gives you the ability to use these things. So, I've always wanted to use these. So that's going to be really cool. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's all that's on this island, as far as I know, is just that altar. I don't even think that there's any shiny things worth grabbing. If I remember correctly, there's a couple of disposable items like that, but... Oh, there is this. There's an Ash of War. Where's it at? Right there. I think that's an Ash of War one. Dang it, get him. There we go. It's a somber smithing stone. Okay. So, all the weapons, and that includes your talismans and staves if you're a magician, they all require smithing stones or somber smithing stones to upgrade. If a weapon requires a somber smithing stone, it can only be upgraded to plus 10. And if it requires a regular smithing stone, it can be upgraded to plus 25. Generally, if something only takes somber smithing stones and it can only be upgraded to plus 10, that's because it's already super powerful weapon. So that's generally how that works. We're going to head on over here. And actually, do I have any smithing stones? Let's look. So you can roll through. We got some runes here that I could use to get myself one more level if I needed it. But go through arms, chest, head. We picked up boots. I've got bolts and a Lordsworn's bolt. I need a crossbow from someone. A crossbow would be really good. And some better spells. So I have a smithing stone. Okay, let's go show how this is done. Church has the one smithing stone location. We haven't got our invitation to the Round Table Hold, which is kind of like home base for you. It's a safe space. You get that a little further in. So we can go in here and we can strengthen this sword to +1. You can see the scaling goes from 136 plus 27 to 143 plus 29. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to hang on to my smithing stones because I'd rather use them on a different weapon. I mean, this greatsword looks nice and it's cool, but I don't know how long I'm going to use it. I got to do a little bit more research on weapon types. And see if there's a weapon that I can get really early that I'm going to want to spend it on. Because playing the Dex Intelligence Fighter Mage type of build, I've known about those weapons now for 2 playthroughs, so I know exactly when to get them and how to get them. It's a little different with this. We're going to do some exploring. We're going to go get a couple more Sites of Grace. And... things like this. Oh yeah. Someone's talking to me. He's over here. This guy on this horse.
You? Yeah, you there?
Right there.
Stop pretending you can't see me. What'd you go? Oh yes, I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really.
And so again, the whole Dark Souls Elden Ring tree conversation. The conversation trees are weird. It's like, why do I have to press this button again? Keep talking.
What a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore. Right.
And so that's the only way you know a conversation is done is when it starts repeating itself. All right, Mr. Bach. He says cave on the shore, but I actually think he means, I think there's a cave in here, which is the one he's talking about. And I don't think it's that one. That's an obvious cave there. So anyway, these guys have nice big curved swords on them, but they can be a little hard to dismount this early in the game. We can try to get it though. So far so good. I could see him swinging and I was like, okay, here we go. There we go. You kind of got to get your camera. Okay, now he's on the ground. There we go. As long as you can get him to miss. Alright, one more pass. There we go. Did he drop it? No, he didn't. They have a really nice big curved sword. One of the only ways to learn any of the story at all in Elden Ring is to pay attention to pieces of lore on items. Because the characters, most of the characters don't give away very much of the story. So you can come over here and you can see. Godric the Golden, humiliated, having tasted defeat by the blade of Miquella, now on his knees begging for mercy. I thought this was really funny as a kind of a joke, but George R.R. Martin had a hand in making the lore of the game and the story of the game. And somebody talked about somebody talked about the way he named the characters. There's a rule in writing that you shouldn't name characters with similar names because the readers have a hard time telling them apart. And George Martin it sounds to me like he did this maybe on purpose as a way to rib us, you know, like to give us a raspberry. He named all the characters very similar. They all start with names that start with G or M, and they all sound like Miquella and Marina and Marika or Godric and Godfrey and Godkin and all this other stuff. And it's like, I don't even know what's going on. But it seems, I almost feel like he did it on purpose. Just because he's like, it's a game and not a book, and I don't care if anybody gives me hell for it. It's what I want to do. So that's the impression I got. Let's see if we can get one off this guy. Okay, I need to stop that. Let's see if... What's going on here? I heard multiple guys. Uh-oh. This is bad. I'm not going to get my butt beat by getting myself in too much trouble here. Okay, so there's a fort over here, which I apparently have never spent any time by. This is one of the coolest things about this game, and it reminds me of Skyrim a lot this way, in that, hey, this is my third time starting to play through on it, and I'm still finding things that I didn't know about before, which is really quite cool. Like, I don't remember ever seeing this fort. There we go. Did you drop it? Oh, okay. That was a bad aim shot from me on that one. Okay. Here we go. We're jousting. It's like the old days. Alright. Come here, buddy. Just want to see if you'll drop that sword, because it is pretty badass. You really got to learn to time your swing before you arrive at the guy. Alright, since I've never been here before, I don't remember ever doing this camp. I don't even remember really wandering up this way much. You could see that giant on the hill, that troll. Giant troll. Everybody has a different name for him. He's like a dog barker. He's just up there barking away. There's actually 4 trolls up on that hill, and it's a great place to farm for runes to get levels. Fantastic, really. But we're going to summon some guys. And run up here and do it. There we go. Yeah. Take you out. Let's see who else is in this camp. Usually in a camp there's a chest. So here's a dog. Anything else? There's 2 dogs. Okay, I want that. Yeah. Occupy him. And then I can do this. Yeah, I know you're mad, but... Oh, get him. There we go. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. I like that weapon art. Oh my gosh, it's taken me a little bit to get used to actually using it, but... Oh, so here's the Armors Cookbook 1. So now if you go into crafting, you can see what you can make. So these are all the things that you get access to, and this is what I like. You get access to bone darts, which is what I really wanted to be able to make. You can make fire grease, which is really cool. So you can coat your weapon with that, and that's why you want to be able to do things like collect the butterflies and stuff. So... is there a chest here, or was it just the cook? Well, the cookbook was enough, really. That's a good prize for coming in here in this little tiny fort. In this little tiny fort, protected section, and getting that. So that's good. Okay, a bunch of doggies over there. I think my dogs, if I wander too much further this way, they're going to disappear. You can see some of the pop in there on the graphics. That's something that's still. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, there's plenty of dogs here, and there's a shiny over here. That's a lot of dogs. And I only have one of my puppies. So I'm going to try to get this thing and then get the hell out of here. Yep. Yep, that's what I want to do. Because I'm... well, I do have some potions, but... I'd like to explore more of this area. Now this area I've been over into because I remember this. Yep, there's a site of grace right here. I remembered that much, but I came at it from below, so I never saw that little fort. I'm trying to rest here, doggy. Okay. I'm getting close to being the end of this episode here, but I wanted to... Oh, you can hear the dinging sound. I definitely want to level up. I'm going to poke... more points into vigor, get myself some more hit points. That little red bar is going to end up stretching halfway across the screen by the time we're done with this game. So where's it? It's got to be below us then, right? Oh yeah. Okay, there's undead guys. You can see them down there. They're going to come to life. That's kind of a big... I think the dinging noise is below us. So I don't really want to fall down there and try to get it. We'll get it later. So I'm going to go find a suitable place to camp. Actually, you know what we're going to do? The last thing we're going to do. We're going to try to run far enough along the road to see a pretty cool sight. And then, and it's going to be night. We're going to be able to see a really cool sight that's probably going to eat me. But I want to try to get the next map section, and it'll be along this road, I believe, if I remember correctly. It just might be a little further than I want to go, but... Oh, so here's an Ash of War. And these guys... Dang it. And so it disappears if you don't get it soon enough. It'll come back if we load up at another site of grace and come back. It'll be there again. But I missed my chance because of those guys. Alright. That's why I like having spells, because you can just launch spells at range. Smithing stone, so you can see there's a big old lake there. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there, namely a dragon. At nighttime, a big black knight on a big black horse spawns on that bridge, and he is super difficult. This is really cool though. These trolls carry around these carriages, with hordes of guys behind him. And of course, it's got some kind of weapon on it, and I can't remember what kind of weapon it has. They're gonna blow their horns, but I don't care. What I'm really interested in doing here, other than killing those guys, is there's a site of grace over here. There's crabs. They're my least favorite. You can see another thing in the water there. I think that might be an ash of war too. Remember, they're not all ashes of war, and I haven't been able to tell it which is which. I know that the red ones replenish my health and the blue ones replenish my mana, but I can't quite differentiate which ones give the ashes of war. So here's the site of grace here. If we clear a little, well, we haven't cleared enough of the map away. So, oh, you can make markers. I forgot to mention that. So, I just want to see how far I have to go to unveil the next map section. Those little plumes, it showed earlier. If you press on the keyboard, if you press F when you go over there, it'll jump you up in there. Okay. So this bridge, there's a site of grace on the other side. But if you can't get through flawlessly, you're going to die and have a really hard time recovering the runes. So we'll worry about that for later. Oh, I do want to kill him now that it's only... He's almost dead. There we go. Did he drop anything? No. Alright. Well, anyway. Yeah, I was thinking I didn't have to go that far. Oh, and I want to show one more thing in this episode because there's something pretty cool over here. This is neat. These guys are all fighting each other. So it's a bunch of the monkey men against some soldiers. And if you're over here, you're going to get all the experience from when these guys die. But you can also come in here and participate if you want to. Kill you, monkey man. There you go. Although you don't, what you want is one guy left at the end, and if the soldiers kill all the monkey men, then you're kind of screwed. So who's left? Is it just the monkey men that are left? Yeah, so there's 3 of them. Okay. Well, maybe we can do this. Yeah, we did. It's alright. It's not too bad. Not totally sucking here. Because there's a... I can't remember if there's a vendor or a quest guy around this structure. Yeah, there's a vendor. He's not a vendor. He's a... I think he's a NPC for a quest. You can kind of see his face there.
Ah, you must be the new Tarnish.
Ah, the new Tarnish.
Steer clear of a guild like fledgling. A dragon roosts there.
Yeah, I know.
And it's as fearsome as it is majestic.
That's totally true.
Unless you're mad. I wish to be burned alive. Stay clear of the lake. Don't be a fool. Turn back before it's too late.
It's an absolutely fun fight. I don't have enough tools to do it. What I'm going to do at the end of this episode, since I've never played a faith build before, is I'm going to go do some research on spells and where I can get some. Next episode, we need to get access to the Round Table of Hold, because there is a guy there that will sell some faith spells. I need 1 or 2 spells that do some offensive damage, so that I can take on some tougher stuff. But what do you think? Elden Ring. It's I never, ever, ever imagined that I'd like a Dark Souls game, and now that I finished this and Dark Souls 3, I'm on board. I'm sold. It's a fantastic game. I think it'll win Game of the Year easily. It certainly is my Game of the Year. I think it says a lot about the game that it converted a person like me, who's not ever been a Souls player, who's avoided the games like a plague. It converted me hardcore, and it actually got me to go backwards in time and play Dark Souls 3. And part of Dark Souls 1, I started playing that too. The graphics are a little dated, but the core mechanics are there. So Dark Souls 3 was fun, and I enjoyed it, and the boss fights were great. It wasn't as fun of a game as Elden Ring to me. This open world design, and aesthetically, it's a huge game. It's absolutely wonderful, and it's just a lot of fun. So, folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Patreon's listed in the description below. Let me know if you want to see more Elden Ring. If you don't, hey, I'll play this faith-based build. I'll play this faith build on my own without making videos for YouTube. But if you want to see it, there we go. All right, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for watching.